Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome tonight to the WAN-slide CSGO 5v5 finals between the likes of Slamdunkers, LOL We Ball, and Elemental Esports.
Sorry, I expected you to keep talking there, Tony. Well, we'll introduce us to start with. I am you and me, and I'm joined here by Two Tap Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to be here.
And yeah, so Slamdunkers and Elementals. Both of these teams, first and third respectively. Have you seen any matchups? How do you feel this is going to be playing out tonight?
I'm definitely feeling a very favored game towards Slamdunkers We Ball. Of course, a few of them have been, they've been ex-teammates. Some of them, of course, now on the Bants roster, currently playing in the MDL, and a few of them as well playing Truckers with Attitude. I believe Falcon has stepped down entirely, but of course, there's that synergy still there. The boys have played together for quite a while, and well, for Elemental Esports, it hasn't been quite a strong showing in the ECA Open. I believe 6-10 was their record, and it was a very unfortunate season for them. And I believe currently playing with a stand-in as well, Dissipate not on the main roster, so it's looking rough for them.
Yeah, it definitely is. And for their matches in the series so far, they've actually had a bit more of a outstanding playoff. A couple of their scores have been 16 threes and 16 ones, whereas Slamdunkers, they've all had 16 10s and above for their wins.
Definitely
Slamdunkers actually hasn't lost a match yet.
Definitely had to work for their victories, it appears, and well, it's a best of three. I feel anything can happen here, and it's up to the teams really to make the magic happen here. It's, of course, the vetoes have gone the way of, it will be Inferno first, followed by, of course, Overpass, and then the decider going to be Mirage if we do see a decider.
Yeah, that is if we do see that decider. And Inferno, a lot of teams prefer to play the T side nowadays. It used to be heavily CT sided, and I'm not sure who's starting on which side yet. I do believe we have to wait for a knife round for that, but talk about who has the advantage later. But what do you feel like the side bias is, and these teams' history, you speaking of the MDL, how they're going to play on Inferno?
I've definitely seen a lot of T-side very strong starts on Inferno, especially in the MDL. We saw the likes of Bants really take off on their T-sides in Inferno. And, well, it'll be up to how Elemental can really hold off this aggression, because I feel Slamdunkers are looking to come into it ready, fired up, ready to go. They've had a lot of games to, of course, warm up, and, well, they're just looking to take the fight here to Elemental.
I'm going to have to grab you right there. Slamdunkers has gone to the CT side, and, well, we are actually heading into the pistol round.
Pistol round to start it off. Elemental going for a bit of a more utility-heavy T side with two flashes, smokes here for Fast and Spud, and of course, it's a kit flash here for Brace. Already a bit of damage done onto Motion early, and just looking to slow down the pace here from Elemental after taking that early engagement.
He's slowing down the pace. There has been a little bit of damage taken by Motion, as you mentioned. The CT side, pretty standard setup. T side, just trying to bait out, try and get the damage, push in a little bit. And it looks like they do want to be heading over towards this A side at the end of the round. Nobody's actually holding banana now, so Slamdunkers, they're looking a little bit. They might decide to peek this in a moment, but it is going to be an A execute with smoke and everything. Smoke's flying out now. Flash is about to go in. Elementals, can they get this?
Gonna smoke off into Moto here. It's Falcon in the pit to take some shots. Typer quick to trade there by Motion, and Dissipate as well gonna fall by the wayside. There's still a few more in the site. Falcon's been found in the pit. And now we look to Brace and PZ. The kit's still in the hands of Slamdunkers, but a 2v3 post-plant.
2v3. So they do... Elemental does have the advantage. One USP picked up by Typer. He can get this headshot very easily, but he does only get a tag. Spud will be able to clean up the headshot. Now it is just left up to PZ to get the He's only focusing on play on site. Does get tapped down by Farlaps after taking down Spud. And Elemental able to take the first round, but it was extremely close. And if that round is a precursor to this entire matchup, or these 3 maps, we could be in for a... what's the word?
A barn burner, I feel is the correct word here.
There you go.
Well, for Slamdunkers, unfortunately, not able to net anything of success here. It's going to be Scout and a few upgraded pistols. On the side of Elemental, looking to get the cash going early. A few Mac 10s. Of course, Galil's full util as well. And really looking to ramp up their economy.
Those nades.
Those nades being tossed early towards Banana. They are going to fall back, though. Get themselves to safety.
Those nades could have done so much more, but unlucky for the side of the Slamdunkers. And Landside will be able to pick up the first kill around. Matty S coming in. Will be able to get one. Not quite the second. Doesn't actually do any damage there. Type will be able to clean that up. And Elementals now have the site. The bomb is dropped in PZ's sights, though. Does get a huge tag, but won't be able to do any more there. Now it's just up to Rolfo and Brace to try and clutch this out. Or save, as they're doing already.
Save call. A smart one, I feel, was... Well, the round's already really ramping up the way of Elemental. Just very good post-plant positions as well, already established. It was doable for a second. I'm not sure if they knew how low a few of the players were tagged. Of course, Farsh with 2 HP, Matty S with 8. But, well... They're gonna keep this Scout and CZ into the next one. Of course, a few bits of util. And, well, we look to round number 3 as Elemental. They're starting off strong here on their T side.
Yeah, they have started off extremely strong in Slam Dunk. They've looked so strong recently, or in the tournament so far, not dropping a series, but Elemental. They have had to fight for all of their wins, so they haven't had an easy road, but it hasn't been too difficult. So Elemental here, will they be the team to finally give Slamdunkers their first loss in this semi-finals?
It's shaping up to be that way at the moment, but of course it's only early days here on Inferno. It's only first half, and well, plenty more rounds to transpire. Nice nade and a nice tap there from Typer. Good shot straight to Rolfico's dome. But he has to be careful. PZ and Falcon still there, willing to trade it. But again, Elemental playing a very slow setup.
They are playing slow. This has worked for him. And Falcon, I don't know if you noticed there, but at top mid, he dropped that smoke down and picked up the one off the dead body. So they haven't lost any utility from that death. And it is still in play, so it could prove the difference maker in this round. Like, drops it now. Nobody's actually pushing mid. It is going to be a B hit at the end here, and it could get dicey, especially with Brace if he isn't checked with that CZ up close. Could rip off a couple of heads.
Indeed, and well, that's the spot you really want to be playing with a CZ, because, as you said, the close engagement, very favorable for him. And, well, for Elemental, really starting to tick down the clock. We're about to see the 35-second, and they're going to pull the trigger now. Smoke into CT, smoke coffin, nade towards the boost there. Is going to land directly on the Brace. Does a bit of damage, but he does get one. Quick on the Typer, but Spud, quick to trade the player in the back of the site. He's still up there and causing a bit of havoc with Falcon. The site is rightfully Elemental as they walk their way up.
Brace almost gets mollied out, just able to jump out of the way of that. And Spud will get up another kill. Brace motion, they're going for this. There's no real reason to be trying to save right now. If he can get a couple of kills, do a little bit of economic damage, which they're unable to do, unfortunately only taking one player down, which was Typer. It was a good play, but unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize on it, and now they do have their full buy rifles and everything. We'll actually be picking up the AWP on PZ. No helmet for him, and they have 3 Galils on the elemental side, so that could be really dangerous.
Potentially a glass cannon here from PZ, and well, it's really the round to test whether Elemental can keep it going. Or we see Slamdunkers start to fire back with a few. The rifle round always the test. Early molly denying PZ the wide peak as well. A flash tossed here. Elemental showing a lot of presence towards A early on.
Have a lot of presence, and they do actually lose 2 players to the Smoke the Falcons. Motion able to get one onto Matty S, and this is a little bit more what we expected coming into this match with their history. Woxio gets the trade back. Farlap's getting a kill. Ruffleco from mid will be able to take down Farlaps, and now it's just up to Dissipate to try and clutch this round out. In a 1v3, it is going to be extremely difficult. He's stuck in the boiler at the moment, does have the bomb in his back, so he has a little bit of room to play with.
Does have a few bits of utility, does toss out the HG, but Motion reads it, keeps his gun out and keeps his sights trained on that player, and Slamdunkers now to get there first. And well, I have to give credit to the crossfire there. It was very nicely set up towards the arch side and towards, of course, Diggity to get Slamdunkers there first.
Was a very, very good crossfire, and now Slamdunkers, now they just have to hold on here. If they take this round right now, Elementals will be broken, and that gives them a couple more rounds that they can very easily make up and bring it into their favor. Maybe taking it to a 4-3. And all Motion! Losing so much health, down to 2 HP from those wall bangs, double dinks through the wall. If he had a helmet, he would have taken a bit less damage, but unfortunately he doesn't, and now Elementals do have the advantage, but they're actually running low on utility. Only 2 smokes left.
Appears all of their utility starting to run out here. Ruffleco looking to go peeking. He's going to get the flash. Is going to turn away from it, but Typer full blind from that one. Gets a second on to Dissipate. Spud now starting to peek, and Ruffleco starting to fire on all cylinders. And Matty S come swinging from the balcony, but a swing and a miss. And Elemental have fallen by the wayside to a 4K from Ruffleco.
Ruffleco stepping up in that round, able to get that 4K. And now, as I mentioned, Elemental, they could try and force into this round. I very much doubt they will. And no, they are just going to buy out pistols, try and get some of that economic damage and not let the CT side run away with it. If you can keep that economy down, you have a very, very good chance in this round. But those nades are going to do so much damage. And it looks like they are just going to go for a standard B rush. That bullet is going to stop them. And now it's just time for the crossfire shooting gallery. And unfortunately, actually, both of the B players go down. That is huge damage. If they can recover this AWP, they could recover this round.
It's a good molly. Nice dunk there. The PZ. Well, it appears their name swings on in true. Matty S. Good the trade though, but too many angles to check, too many spots. And Slamdunkers losing a few more than they would have liked, but they keep themselves cool, calm, and collected, and they put a third back on the board, evening it up now 3-3.
Yeah, it is now a tied game, and Slamdunkers, they did have a double up set up last round. They don't decide to opt for the double ups. They're just going to sit with the single this time. And haven't seen enough to be able to tell whether that's going to make it much of a difference, but they did lose that AWP to a pistol. So maybe not feeling it at the moment. We will see how that progresses. PZ getting extremely aggressive does pay off for him, and actually there's heaps and heaps of nade damage heading out onto the elemental side already.
Team PZ feeling himself now as the rest of the Slamdunkers start to feel themselves as well. Brace getting an early pick, and Elemental now starting to feel on the back foot and starting to lose a bit of momentum that they got from those first 3.
Yeah, the momentum is slowing down. Spud, he is trapped in the tree corner at the moment, down on 36 HP. One nade could drop him out. Brace setting up for a flashbang to help Ruffleco peek Banana, or to escape Banana, rather, if he does spot anyone. So, could be dangerous for Ruffleco jump spotting like that if they have fast enough reaction time. But at the moment, Elemental is taking it slow, baiting out a little bit of utility, baiting the clock down. And, oh, there it is. Rufflecoat does take it down. He wasn't expecting Spud. There's the flashbang to try and hold him back a little bit. Counter flash goes in. And now it's just up to Brace to try and hold this site. Only player here. He does get one. Will fall back. And that's the bomb drop. Have to try and recover that. Get the plant down. And no! Typer does get taken down by Falcon. Spud, last player left alive, has 2 bullets in the clip. We'll be able to clean up Falcon first. Picks up a molly. It's going to make his life just a touch easier. Oh no, it lands in smoke.
That's just not it. The flash to fly from motion and the swing to come. And Slamdunkers, they keep a hold of that B side, albeit not as tightly as they would have wanted. But they do close it out in the end. And unfortunate there from Elemental. It's going to be pistols yet again.
Yeah, they did manage to bring it extremely close on their pistol rounds. It's just their gun rounds that are sort of looking a little bit shaky at the moment. So Elementals, what do you feel like Elemental needs to change here? They've tried slow, they've tried a little bit fast, but only on their pistol rounds, and that did work out for them. Maybe gun round needs to be a little bit faster? How do you feel?
I'm definitely looking to see if Elemental, maybe not as strategically diverse as I would have expected. You know, they played a season together of ECA Open, and you know, of course, having a sub in, not the best sort of you know, mindset coming into this game, because you know you're absent a player. That was a really good HE. It just feels like Slamdunkers. Now there's a few warm-up rounds for them.
And that's just a perfect mowdown from Motion. Unable to get the last player, and Piper sitting up there, but he will get taken down by Falcon now. And there it is. And Matty S, he's actually managed to sneak his way into CT. Brace down at 4 HP. Will get taken down, and that's an AK that could be recoverable, but unfortunately Matty won't be able to recover it. And Falcon cleaning him up.
And it's interesting to see that, of course, Matty S could sneak his way in. Maybe they look to use that intel potentially into these next few, going into this gun round. I would like to see a lot more set plays coming out of Elemental, because it's looking a little lackluster at the moment.
They have used a few, but it hasn't really worked. Slamdunkers have been really good at countering that, and Typer able to get that flash kill, spots him just before the flash pops. Matty S walking out through the edge of a Molotov, gets taken down very easily. That smoke floating in the air somehow, and that's just another round for Slamdunkers. Elemental not able to get anything. They tried to go a little bit faster, but the counter aggression from the Slamdunkers side of PZ with that shot, so crisp, so clean, and that counter aggression from Slamdunkers was absolutely perfect.
It's starting to feel like the cogs are starting to spin here for Slamdunkers, and well, what can you do when PZ is bringing the pain? And of course, one of the, I feel, a premier AWPer, especially in the AU scene, one of those up-and-comers that has yet to show his mettle here, but you know, he can AWP with the best of them at times, as Elemental starting to pick up the pace towards Banana. That's a quick double traded out by Dissipate, and that's an empty B bomb site found for them.
That's also 2 weapons found for them if they can find the second one. Spud does have the M4, so he could make this work. They do have to worry about Falcon coming in from behind. Only player behind them. Last 2 coming in from CT. They do clear out Banana. And that's going to be a very, very good chance into this round. Slamdunkers now, do they save? I mean, they have plenty of money. Time is running extremely low. Only 15 seconds left to try and get this defused. Both players with kits. They do get one on the side. Spud coming around. We'll be able to clean up one. And Motion, last player left, just throws out a nade. And we'll just try and save this AK. Doesn't need to risk anything, lose anything. And Spud, oh, he will get taken out at the end. Not sure what he was doing there.
He's got plenty of money, to be fair, so he was just looking to deny the save from Slamdunkers. But of course, they've got plenty of money. Their economy really, really stacked up after winning those last few rounds in a row, 6 straight. And now we finally start to see maybe the fast play here from Elemental appears to be their upbringing.
I'm not feeling it for Spud though. Unfortunately, he only has $1,500 left after dying that round, so I don't feel like peaking that. He knew he wasn't on the bomb was the best choice for him and his team. But Elemental going extremely fast and aggressive into the A site, already taking diggity control to only 2 players here. If they can push past this Molotov now, get the site, they do have an extremely good chance. They do get 1 kill, trade back, and it's down to a 3v3 now. And PZ coming in from library with that AWP could make it extremely dangerous, but Farlaps is already in the pit. But we are trying to hold this angle, and Slamdunkers are actually getting locked out completely from this site.
It's a very good use of the smokes here from Elemental, and very good positions. It feels the, of course, player towards pit it is. Dissipate, and he will spot Roffelko on the swing, but the picks are going the way of Slamdunkers, just walking up, not even needing a flashbang necessarily, just winning their aim duels and really closing out that round.
One of the players that are vaguely standing out in the open on the corner of the site, I feel like he should have been a little bit back behind cover, but unfortunately Elemental just not bouncing or playing off of each other really much in that round. They were in very good positions for the most part, but unable to capitalize on them. Just the utility usage from Slamdunkers, that single flash, able to push in and blinds most of the players on their way into that site.
We're also seeing a lot of potential old synergy coming out from Slamdunkers. Of course, a few of them used to play together. Not this exact lineup. There was a member or two absent from the roster they are currently using. But a lot of synergy from Slamdunkers, and it's hard to fight off about a year's worth of synergy if you're a new team like Elemental.
Oh, absolutely. The synergy and teamwork is the #1 point of CS, along with your skill and ability to aim. You know, if you've been together for a much longer time than whoever you're versing, you have a much greater chance of winning and shutting it down in a easy fashion, I'd say. But Elemental, you know, they have been playing with each other for a while. They do have some synergy, and it can work. And they are actually wrapping this B site, which is going to be a mistake. There's 3 players here. PZ is actually going to miss his shot, but he isn't going to get punished for it. Roffelko will get taken down, though, and now there's still 2 players here. They know there's 2 players here, but Brace will be able to get double spray down. And Farlaps, the last player left alive, will he be able to do something here? Or is this just going to fall apart in the hands of Elemental?
That's a beautiful double there from Brace and a 1-tap to close it out. A beautiful 4K, holding down that B bomb side, all from Nubox. He didn't even need his teammates. They were just there for backup, and a 1-man show from Brace means an 8th here for Slamdunkers. And Elemental, that almost felt like the round that was gifted to them.
Yeah, it was just pretty much gift wrapped. Unfortunately for Elemental, they didn't know. They hadn't actually gotten enough information. They had got a single kill and just capitalized. Going around archers, most of the time you will have 3 players towards the A site, so they expected maybe 2 at most in the B site, and unfortunately they were just wrong and had the 3rd there waiting. Crossfire was absolutely perfect for Slamdunkers. Spot here. We'll be able to get 1 on Roffelko. That's the 2nd time he's got a pick from that angle against Roffel. Brace, last player left alive, is towards the B site. Fast slap, almost getting taken down. The bomb is safe though, so Elemental 1v5. Brace, he's going to jump up over the smoke, gets spotted by Fast slap, and Slamdunkers only leading 8-5, so it is still a very close game, and slightly CT-sided as we're seeing right now.
I feel that round was one Slamdunkers really needed to not be over peaking. They, of course, sent a few players early down mid and a lot down banana, and just, of course, it all fell by the wayside. But, well, 8-5, still an impressive score, albeit how Inferno has shaped up recently in the AU scene. And that's an MP9 for Falcon.
Yeah, the MP9 is a very, very good gun though, so if anybody comes around the corner, he does spot one, and there it is. The 2-tap straight to the head, takes him down, and that's an AK dropped on the ground that Nade might actually push it back where it's recoverable. So we'll see if they do get to pick that up. It is just on the edge of the smoke, so they know it's there. They might try and get Falcon might try and get it, but at the moment they don't want to overextend. They don't want to do what they did last round by peeking out, giving those easy picks to elementals. And I feel like last round was a little bit more of them getting extremely confident in themselves and just trying to disrespect elementals and realizing that they have to play respectful and try and play this properly.
Hmm.
Look at this from Elemental, taking the AK completely away from the CT side.
Have grabbed that AK, they've tossed it down towards bottom mid. And, well, now starting to wrap themselves up through Banana and potentially towards B, but, well, you've got PZ and Brace, haven't even really inched a muscle. They've just been rotating around, setting themselves up in different spots as the late hit going to come out here from Elemental. And the flash is primed here from Brace.
Brace, he spots them all, so the rotate's going to start coming out. Only gets a little bit of a tag, but not able to capitalize, and there it is. Brace going down. PZ gets taken down as well. Bombs not quite planted, is about to be... Actually, no! If they can get the planted now, but 1 second left. He does take it down as that's round.
Ruffleco and Motion coming straight up through Banana, and Elemental leaving that one way too late. And unfortunately, the bomb plant just not going to happen.
I'm shook. I'm not sure why the bomb plant took so long to get down. I didn't see the bomb get dropped, so I'm a little bit concerned, confused about that. And unfortunately, just planting in the open in the wrong spot does get taken down at the very, very last second there. So, Slamdunkers up to 9, and Elemental, they have to win this to get round number 6, but those nades doing so much damage, taking 2 players down below 50 and 40 HP, so it's going to make it that much harder.
Starting to look scary here for Elemental in this last round, and, well, you've got 3 players stacked up on this A site. Motion's going to get the flash and full spray down here with the help of Falcon and PZ, and, well, for Elemental, that's the bomb dropped, and it's starting to spell disaster here. Spud and Typer left to salvage what feels like a already gift wrap around. Falcon is going to be found. PZ quick to trade, and backs against the wall here. Spud in a 1v3, and Brace will take him out.
And Slamdunkers taking the half 10-5, and we are going to go to a very quick ad break during halftime. We will be back shortly. Oh, all right. We're going into the second half. Never mind. No ad break for us. And what do you feel like is going to happen here? It's going to be a fast push for Slamdunkers. Elemental, they actually only have 2 players here. They're very slow on the rotate. It might be a round the world grab. Dissipate will get 1, but not able to do anything else. There is still Matty S down in the pit, and he just gets tapped straight out. Doesn't actually do any damage.
And are we seeing the real pedal to the metal play that I was expecting out of Slamdunkers? A very common pistol round strat on T side there is, wrap either towards A or towards B, whether you get the pick or not. And, well, they have set themselves up in some very good post plants after convincingly storming themselves onto A here. Peak comes out from Spud, and Typer now starting to swing from the balcony, tapped out by Falcon. And Fast Slash now in a duel against Brace and runs out of bullets. Spud has tapped the bomb, and he has got a kit. Brace, you need to go quick to tap the stick. Spud's going to get it. He's going to get the kill to finish it. Elemental are going to claim that pistol.
Elemental should not have had that round. Slamdunkers, unfortunately, the kit coming out for Elemental, able to clutch it. And Elemental, they absolutely needed that round to stay in this game. If they let that momentum and aggression come out and win the first round, it wasn't going to stop. And Slamdunkers, they did do a lot of damage, get so much ground, but shut down in the end, unfortunately. And Fast Slap, this banana aggression. We haven't seen too much over-the-top aggression from Elementals. They've really been mostly regimented so far on their CT side, or T side, sorry. And now, CT side, they're going for this aggressive peak, and it has worked extremely well for them.
As we said earlier, we don't see Elemental's very regiment play working. It's especially more favored towards these aggressive picks, whether you can get the opener or not. And, well, of course, they have found a few openers. It's now just death to Roffelko and Falcon. And quite low HP bars, all things considered.
Yeah, there is... The HP bar is a little bit shaky for Elemental, but Slamdunkers, they're going to need something magical to claim this round, and Roffelko does get taken down. Falcon left on 20 HP. He should just be saving this Galil. Not much else for him to do in this round, but he's actually going to be pushing up Banana, so maybe he actually wants to try and do this.
Has tossed away his Galil. He's got the Deagle out, and Typer will take him down. I don't know if the the voice chat was heard there. Bit of BM being sprouted here by the Slamdunkers. But it's another round of Elemental.
Yeah, so Elemental, they're doing really good on their CT side, and it looks like these teams are favoring their CT side at the moment. But we haven't seen Slamdunkers on their gun rounds, and this is exactly what happened in the first half. Elemental got the first 3 rounds with the advantage off that pistol round. Once they won that, now Slamdunkers, for round number 4, they got the rifles and they won it, and then they just almost ran away with it. They won 6 rounds in a row. So it could happen again here, but Elementals, they need to make sure it doesn't. Otherwise, that is going to be, well, game over if they lose another 6 rounds in a row like that.
And, well, they do have, of course, a few MP9s, a few Famises to work with. A lot of util being bled out early, and, well, this is going to be the flash up through middle here. Matty S towards Dig here. Farslash will get 1 as well, and Matty S lines up 2 with a nice double on the Famis. Motion just trying to swing on to this Graveyard player. It is Dissipate, just playing with his food right now. The tap finally does come. Falcon left in a world of hurt and will finally fall to Spud. Elemental starting to make it even now.
They are making it even much more, and Spud, he doesn't actually trade up for a better weapon. He's going to stay on this MP9, and we might see a cost them around here. We don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Especially with his AKs on hand, Spud is going to be playing over towards the B site, so it is a good position for him to be playing this utility. Already so much utility coming out of the B site. They want to have Banana. They don't want to give any room to Slamdunkers to have this Banana control.
Oh, and that's a good HE to fly out there from Spud. But HE in return will tag him down. And, well, Banana control given to Slamdunkers, but they're opting not to take it, wrap themselves back down. And, well, just waiting out some aggression here from Elemental.
Yeah, Spud, he thought about getting aggressive again just to peek that, but as soon as that Molotov came out, he fell back, and Matty S is trying to look around the edge of the smoke. He does find 1! It's a very good pick for him. He wants another one. Oh, he goes for the re-peek and does get dinked by Motion, but unfortunately not claimed. Does get the kill, and now Elemental are looking in a very good position again. They will be able to cover a lot of these AKs as well, so able to upgrade for 0 cost. Fast Lap picks up Brace, and Falcon PZ, just the last 2 players left alive. They do have to recover the bomb from Brace's feet as well.
I believe Falcon spotting Farslash there, hiding it behind the well. PC will actually find a player out on A. If they can get this player on A, then they can potentially get the round, but Dissipate says no. Spud, quick to take out Falcon, and Elemental are going to win the gun round. Well, going into this one, it's only pistols here for Slamdunkers. As Rocco spotting a player down through middle. Matty S going aggressive as ever. Finding a cheeky 2. He's also found the bomb. Grace will stop his path of war. That was ambitious indeed. Spud finding a Rothfull. Brace, unfortunately, just last left with that M4 in hand. Let's get one. Elemental looking to put this round on lockdown.
Sorry, I had a little bit of technical difficulties there. I am back now. Yeah, Brace, last player left alive. He's actually completely surrounded at the moment. He is heading up towards the B site, and he's not looking behind. He does get taken down by Spud, and that is a tied game for Elementals now.
Well, it was, of course, only a pistol round there from Slamdunkers. The Force out with the CZs and the Deagles. But now into the rifle round, and truly the test here, whether Slamdunkers can keep themselves into this game, because it's starting to slip out of their fingers.
It is slipping slowly. Elementals, they're doing so much work here, and it did look a little bit shaky in that first half. Slamdunkers haven't lost a match so far, sorry. And if I just have a quick look, Elemental, they are on a 3-2 record at the moment. So 3 wins, 2 losses. So they haven't had an easy go, but it is... Oh, they're making it look a little bit easier here at the moment. And Fastlap needs to help Typer here. He's trapped in the corner, and Fastlap, oh, he peeks out, does get taken down through the corner of that smoke. And Typer, down on 23 HP, does pick up the AWP. And Slamdunkers, now they have the choice of the A or B side. The CT side is split, and they have slowed down a considerable amount. And Spud, oh, he's looking to get aggressive. He peeks this. Flash comes out, and then Ari anti-flash and Falcon! He rips Spud's head off immediately. That's going to open up the B site as soon as they can get past Cyber.
It's just beautiful timing there from Falcon. Just reading the flash, reading the play, and able to take him out. And storms into the site, finding another player as well. Matty S and now Dissipate. Running for the hills. It appears the save already going to be called. Matty S hasn't moved a muscle. Slamdunkers finally finding a much needed round.
Yeah, this is the round that they needed. Money is pretty much broken. Elementals has enough to buy up in the next round, but only 2 players really with a decent bank behind. Ocean's going to get taken down here. Very easy kill by Dissipate. And, well, the CT players are going to be able to survive. Rothfull sitting over there very close to them. Isn't actually going to push up. Doesn't want to lose any more guns or any more money.
And, well, we keep a few AKs, and now looking to break the bank of Elemental, who have been on a tear this entire half. 5 straight, of course, has ramped their economy quite up significantly. Dissipate, of course, still on 8k after buying.
Yeah, I'm fairly surprised that Farlap's actually bought his own weapon there instead of getting one dropped over from Dissipate. He did eventually get the AWP dropped from Dissipate, but spending the 3100 on an M4, they didn't really need to. It could cost them a little bit in utility next round, but we'll see how it goes if Elemental don't take this round here. And Slamdunkers, if they lose this, they're going to be in a little bit of a really, really weird economic state. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make something happen. Falcon, though, only one and done, unfortunate for him, but Slamdunkers, they look like they love this B site, and Elemental almost rotating off. Matty S able to get one.
It feels like Slamdunkers have found the gap here in Elemental's defense, but well, there's still a few more players lurking around this site. It's of course Farslash with that AWP towards the back hall, and Spud just letting him wait through the smoke. Rothfull quick to tap though. And that will be Slamdunkers walking their way up onto the site. They haven't quite planted the bomb yet because Elemental looking to go on the hunt.
bomb isn't actually on the side. It was on PZ down at the front there. And Molotov's going to go out, giving them room to play with. Roffelko with another headshot. That's 3 in this round, taking down 3 players very, very cleanly. Dissipate clearing now. We'll be able to take down Roffelko. PZ, last player left alive, does have the AWP. He knows where Dissipate is. Dissipate knows where he is as well, and now it's just a ring around the rosy game. PZ just has to play time, has to delay this plant. Dissipate does have the bomb, peeks out into PZ's hands, and does get absolutely demolished.
And game of cat and mouse going to the cat. It appears the mouse has been caught. And Elemental, unfortunately, dropping that round starts to break the bank here. As we're looking at single hundreds from their economy. And, well, for Slamdunkers, they're starting to feel good about this game now.
They are feeling much, much better. It looked a little bit shaky for them at a point, but it's still not over. There is still at least 7 rounds left in this match, if not more. And Elemental, they're going back to that original banana aggression that works so well for them in the first couple of rounds. And oh, fast slap, getting dinked down by his teammate and then hit with a nade. Absolutely unfortunate for him. And, well, the Slamdunkers, they do look like they want to head towards this A site now. They've put enough pressure on the B site to make them worried. I feel like they're expecting somebody to have rotated over already, making the A site weaker, but the Elemental side, they're confident in themselves and just want to sit here, sit on their positions, and let Slamdunk walk into them.
And, well, 3 stack here towards A, and Slamdunkers looking now to set the pace here as they group themselves up towards top middle. Smoke out towards the apartments from Elemental. Just very cool, calm, collected going into this round.
Just drop the smoke down into the pit, and my game's broken. So I can't actually see anything happening now.
Flash flies out. Quick trades there from Matty S and Spud, though. He gets 2, a third as well. It's just left to PZ. Stuck up on the balcony. Has heard the drop down leg shot onto Spud. When they're playing ring around a rosy, Flashblast coming swinging, and a swing and a hit. Elemental keep it even.
It is very close. And Slamdunkers, their money is not the best now. I've said it a couple times now, they need to take this now, and they actually need to do it extremely convincingly. If they take this round, they could take almost the game at this point. Elemental, their economy is absolutely shattered as well. So both of these teams desperately need to win this round to keep their money and to keep their very good chance at winning this game. But it is less so important for Slamdunkers at the moment. They do have that loss bonus.
Molly's fly out of HE as well, denying any sort of presence here, but it's a stack up towards A. The rotate being called here by Elemental, and I'm not too quite sure about this one because, well, Slamdunkers can easily set the pace over at B, and they've just walked up for free. Elemental, a bit of a miscall, a miscommunication, it appears. They leave Slamdunkers a free bomb site.
This is the first time Slamdunkers have done it though. This is the first time they've actually faked a site properly. And Elemental, they've been really strong on holding defenders on the sites. And the first time they've actually rotated over, left the site open, and Slamdunkers go straight in, taking the site.
And I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from Elemental, of course, holding very, very strong, as you've said. And, of course, the strategic play now paying off for them on their CT side, not having to aggress as much.
No, I feel like a little bit more aggression from Elemental could work really well for them. But at the moment, I mean, Slamdunkers have been shutting down the aggression fairly consistently. So we'll have to see if Elemental can change it up just that tiny bit to stop Slamdunkers. I mean, what do you feel like is the key change that Elemental needs to do here? I feel like they're probably thinking they've tried a lot of what they can do, but that kill onto fast slap, that's a one tap onto the upper. from an AK of PZ. So it's not looking good. I mean, they tried that aggression and immediately taken down.
It was almost a Slamdunkers-esque over-aggression from, of course, Farshlaf there on the AWP. And, well, he will drop that gun straight down through middle and leaving a rifle out of the hands of Elemental. Slamdunkers could potentially start to close it out, as they're playing it a little more slow, of course, because they're not quite sure where Elemental are playing from.
Yeah, they're not sure, but Elemental, they do have the stack. They do have Slamdunkers walking into them this time. They haven't over-rotated, and that could be an issue here. If the last round was this round, they'd have the 4 players here. Now they only have 3. Maddie will be able to get 1 deagle shot, but 2 kills go the way of Slamdunkers, and now it's just up to Dissipate, who's in the smoke. Does get dropped, and Typer with his M4 will just be saving over on the B side.
And I feel this is one of the rounds where Slamdunkers are starting to put the foot down and solidify themselves as the better team in this series. Of course, they did finish the day off with a 5-0 record. Of course, some very hard fought games from them to get that 5-0, but looking to, you know, show their street cred here. And for Elemental, it's looking rough in this first one.
It is looking rough, and Elemental. I don't actually know whose map picks are what, so hoping that we can get that information coming through soon. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was Elemental's map pick.
Can confirm, I just checked the vetoes. It is, of course, Inferno picked by Elemental. And, well, Slamdunkers looking to take, of course, their first map off of Elemental. It's currently 1 away from match point. And Elemental, it's an M4, a few pistols, but not really much else to show here. Is a lot of aggression towards second middle.
This, unfortunate for Elementals, gets absolutely demolished by all of the players from Slamdunkers. But, I mean, if that happened 1 round earlier, if they had rifles when they did that triple peek down second mid, they could have actually cleaned up so many players. And Slamdunkers have actually put a couple of players in second mid every single time, and I feel like this is the first time they actually do that molly nade combination into apps. Or if they did, it was just rushed straight through. I'm not sure, because I didn't see that. But it is match point of map 1 for Slamdunkers and Elemental. They need to hold strong here. 4 more rounds to try and take it to overtime. If not, they're going to be looking towards Overpass for the next map.
And of course, Overpass being the pick of Slamdunkers, so they will probably be feeling very, very confident on that map. A lot of aggression being shown. Motion, fortunately, missing the shot there. As tags fly out to and fro, but no blow landed just yet. We'll bang it to come out. A bit of tagging on to Farslash from Falcon. The Slamdunkers slowing down the pace a bit more. Matty S with the aggression there. Farslash with a nice double there through the smoke. And now just left to Roffleco and PZ. Matty S also chiming in with a few. And Roffleco left to fend off a 1v4.
He has to make this clutch, and he doesn't. Elemental, they didn't really do anything differently there. Farslap just able to get 2 smoke kills. And Slamdunkers, now they're in a little bit more of a precarious position, but Elemental's still 3 more rounds that they have to hold strong, and it has looked very difficult for them so far on this half to hold those T's at bay.
Well, Elemental 3 straight they will need to bring us to OT, and it's a lot of aggression again being shown towards middle. But Slamdunkers quite aware of where they can peek from. For the time being, just really feeling out the play here from either side. Slamdunkers, of course, showing a lot of a side aggression here. 3 stacked up here in the long haul.
Oh, Matty will be able to get another kill through the smoke. Didn't actually see that happen, but 2 trades come out. That's the A site overrun by terrorists. Barslap gets himself flashed out, will peek out, does get taken down, dinking Rothko down to 16 HP. And Elemental, they're rushing up mid. They need to move fast. There's 4 players to find. 2 of them are tagged fairly heavily. And Spud, he does fall back a little bit, trades out for an AK. And only 20 seconds left on the defuse timer. They need to get a move.
Well, Rothko straight through the smoke. Quick, sharp kills. PZ as well. Going to solidify there the 16-12. And that's going to be Slamdunkers taking the first map of the series.
Slamdunkers, they did put up a very good fight. Elemental, they looked so strong heading into that second half, and Slamdunkers, they changed it up just enough and threw off Elemental at every corner and just got the advantages. Every single round, or most rounds, they got the first pick, which gave them that round advantage, and they just capitalized off it. But for the moment, we will be heading to a short ad break, and we will be back momentarily to talk a little bit more and head into the second map. So we'll see you then.
I believe there's a child inside all of us.
Darn it, come on!
A child with boundless curiosity and imagination. One that fears no consequence.
Hey boys, dinner's ready.
Matt, honey, how's your dinner?
The more I reflected on my past, both the lessons and the mistakes,
Why is you gonna slow my game?
the more I understood myself and my purpose.
Ruined my game.
Moments like these define my path. With enough time and perseverance, your imagination can become a reality. Strive to upgrade your life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WAN-slide here for the semi-finals. Of course, map 1 going the way of Slam Dunkers there, 16-12 on Inferno. We now look to Overpass here.
We are on Overpass. The Slamdunkers, they looked a little bit shaky in the middle of that match. Elemental stepping up, though it was Elemental Esports' map pick, so we could see it just be a 2-0 here from Slamdunkers. Though Elemental, I'm not sure how much Overpass have played. Neither am I sure how much Slamdunkers have played. But as you mentioned earlier in the first map, the team synergy going on between each team, Slamdunkers has a lot more, as they have had players playing together a bit more.
And Slamdunkers, of course, the former Bants roster, and cross with the Truckers with Attitude, of course, PZ playing on that team. They bring a lot of really high octane CS, especially at a high level, being from the MDL and playing in the respective top teams in that league.
Yeah, so they do have the experience, and we'd expect them to have a very good showing here. And Elemental, we did see them play quite shallow and regimented on their T side of Inferno, so we might see something similar here, if not also on their CT side, and that could bring them to a better chance of winning this map. Though at this point, I don't see it going Elemental's way. You know, they do have the chance, but I'm going to say Slamdunkers takes it here. What do you feel like, Tony?
I'm definitely feeling that way as well. Slamdunkers just a bit more organized, a bit more on the gunfights, especially on the winning end of those. And Elemental looking a little lost after that first one. And, well, we now go into Overpass. Of course, a map Elemental I'm not too fond of from them. They haven't played it as much as potentially some of the players on Slamdunkers.
Yeah, as we said, the synergy. That's the number one thing. Like Overpass, you need a lot of communication and a lot of teamwork, and if you don't have that synergy to work together, then it's not going to be a very, very good matchup for your team. You know, it's going to be very, very difficult.
And Overpass, I feel one of those maps that's more centered towards that, of course, team-centric play. You've got the trades, of course. If you peek towards Monster, towards B Short, then in potentially looking to win those duels, but a very strategic-centric map pick here from Slamdunkers.
Yeah, so it's a good choice to have picked Overpass. So I feel like we're talking a little bit more about Slamdunkers than Elemental. I mean, they do have some talent on their side, and they could very much take this round. And it's not going to be an easy run for Slamdunkers either.
And, well, of course, we see all the players loaded into the server. It's going to be Elemental Esports to choose their side. They're going to start on the CT side, and for Slamdunkers, it will be a T side start. And I definitely feel a start that will favor them, but Elemental have shown that they can bring a bit of a rock the way of Elemental's play. Slamdunkers play style.
Yeah, and if you're watching, I'm not sure if you're seeing it as well, but team names are backwards for me, so don't get confused. We both have two teams of Slamdunkers. So okay, Elemental or Slamdunkers, they are pushing up towards the A side fairly aggressively, and Elemental haven't actually put anyone forward to spot out anything happening. So this could be a quick play from Slamdunkers and a surprise for Elemental. And they are setting up for nades. One smoke goes out. They do have a Molotov in hand, and look at Pete. I don't see who that is. Fastslap. He does able to rotate behind, but he is found, and Falcon gets his first kill into the round.
He's gone unchecked, but they know where he is there. Fastslash playing a very, very up angle there on the bathroom. Of course, he heard all the footsteps, so he was aware of the hit that was about to come in, but, well, now we look to Elemental to retake here. Spud finding the first, a quick tap onto PZ as well. Matty S finding another here, the tap on, but Roffelco and Brace playing as safe as ever. Left to Matty S, and, well, it's not looking very doable here. Brace to spray him down with that Glock. The Slamdunkers gonna claim that first round.
They do take that first round, and this is opposite to what we saw last map. Elementals took the pistol round and they ran away with it from there. Slamdunkers, they have 3 MAC-10s on their T side. They're going to go for something extremely aggressive, and Elementals have bought up here. This could be a huge mistake, or it could be the best play they've ever made. We will just have to wait and see. Fastslap, he does have that scout, but he's extremely close to one of those MAC-10 players. He does get taken down.
Well, Falcon as well taking out Typer. And, well, it feels like around Slamdunkers really flexing their metal with these guns. PZ, of course, jumping around, regrouping up with the rest of his teammates. There's a player quite deep in the bathroom. That is, of course, Spud lying in wait in the smoke. He has heard Brace walk up, and he hears a lot of reloading going on. Has walked his way towards long bathroom, and Brace will find him.
Yeah, I feel like Elemental, they should have saved here and gone for that third round buy-up. But unfortunately, they did go for the force. Now they're going to have to wait another 2 rounds to be able to get a buy. And Slamdunkers, they're just going to stick on these MAC-10s. They're going to make so much bank in these next 2 rounds while the Elemental side is on an eco. And Roffelco spraying through the wall, takes down Dissipator. Matty S, last player left alive. He has to do some damage.
Tries as he might, gets the first on the PZ, gets a second actually, motion, and the rest of the Slamdunkers starting to peek in one by one, but, well, there's 2 more where they come. That's a second here for Slamdunkers, and Elemental, not a strong start here on Overpass.
No, but those 2 kills weren't too much of a big deal. They were only 2 of the MAC-10s. The AKs, well, they would have been easily recovered if they did go down anyway. And 2 more MAC-10s brought up for the Slamdunkers side. So they are looking to make bank right here. And the Elementals, they have 5 players towards the B side. Easy cleanup for the MAC-10s, but Falcon missing a little bit of the spray. Getting flashed out there does take a lot of damage. Fastslap able to get a kill there onto motion as well. Fastslap, last player left alive. MAC-10 down somewhat within his reach, but he's not going to try and go for it. And now the T side is just collapsed. He's about to rip his head off.
I have to give it Elemental a nice gamble stack there. Unfortunately, they just didn't have the weaponry to really pull it off. And the Slamdunkers, another round on the board, and their economy starting to ramp up here. And for the side of Elemental, it's a gun round now. AWP out here for Farslash. But it is a glass cannon AWP, no armor.
And the AWP is going to be heading towards long, so that is a much better play from him. Instead of pushing up in party like he did last time, he got absolutely overrun before. Now he's just going to play the long range. The T-side doesn't have any any AWPs, and you wouldn't really expect the T-side to be playing AWPs on Overpass anyway. There's a CT pushed up short. They didn't spot anyone, so they have fallen back towards B, and it looks like they might think about rotating towards B. Actually, they're going to go for the boost. They don't find anyone, but Matty S does find someone peeking down Monster.
And, well, Elemental starting to pick apart a few of these Slamdunkers players in this round. Matty S with a very, very interesting peek there towards Monster. He did, of course, find the kill on the Falcon. And, well, Slamdunkers feeling a little skeptical about this round.
Elemental, they were feeling a little bit skeptical about the round themselves. They took so long to rotate off the B site. I feel like both of the long players, Fastslap and I believe it was Spud, I feel like they've spotted at least 1 or 2 players from Slamdunkers, or at least the utility going over long, and everyone just sat on the B side, didn't move. And now all of the nades and utility come out. There are 3 CT players here, but the site is pretty much open. Spud's the only one on the site. The rest are playing back down in bank and stairs. So that's just a free site for Slamdunkers.
They will waltz on up and take it. PZ with, of course, a beautiful opener there as Elemental now start to retake, but Slamdunkers have set themselves up in some very good post-plant situation. And, well, now look to see what they can do. A lot hitting in the bathroom right now. Ruffle Code taken out. Brace will, of course, find one on to dissipate. That molly is good and will fly onto the bomb. Motion here to hold the line. Do they choose to swing? Matty S will get one. Motion quick to trade. 2 HP. Fast Slash versus Matty. Sorry, Motion. And
Motion. Oh, he baits it. He just waits. Motion. Fast Slap did fake the bomb. He had a hit. If he stuck that, he won it. And Motion, he has balls of steel just standing there, waiting, expecting it to be a fake. And luckily for him, it was Slam Dunk taking round number 4 and putting Elemental on a very bad back foot at the moment. They have to try and make something happen. They've actually done a lot of damage, keeping the Slam Dunk economy down, but they're just unable to capitalize on the end of the rounds.
Slamdunkers, well, now starting to find their stride here, and it's a very welcome sight for me. I feel their T side was very, very lackluster coming into Inferno, but Overpass, especially a map that, well, a very CT-centric map in my opinion, and it's interesting to see a 4-0 lead for the Slamdunkers to start it off.
It is extremely interesting, but that is something that you see with the better synergy, as we've mentioned a few times. You know, Slamdunkers, they know how to play. They know how to play off of each other and together. They have more experience with their teammates and knowing where their teammates are going to do or what they're thinking of doing. So they'll play with each other just out of muscle memory and instincts mostly, whereas Elemental have to be a lot more vocal to try and make things happen.
And, well, Slamdunkers need to start to make things happen. It's 30 seconds on the clock. Elemental playing in very, very nice off angles. Typer, the very close angle onto Connector, almost did Connector kill, but it is going to be Slamdunkers at the end of the day, walking up with these AKs, hitting headshots galore. Dissipate will get one, swings out for a second onto Falcon, and blinds up a third almost onto Ruffleco, but shuts it down before it nets any success here. Flash Flash, quick to get his head ripped off as Ruffleco sees the peak.
And Slamdunkers, they're absolutely running away with this at the moment. Elemental, Tony, do you have any ideas for Elemental and what they need to do to change up this game and get their first round on the board? Otherwise, Slamdunkers, they may just run away with it. We know this is Slamdunkers' map pick. They have the advantage, but Elemental just aren't really stepping up to the plate right now.
Well, potentially maybe a double AWP is what they could be using. Typer with a very nice aggressive peek there towards Monster. Well, cards start to align here a bit for Elemental, but still a few more left to find on Slamdunkers as they look to set up potentially towards a late hit A. And, well, Elemental being proactive about their rotates. This is what I'm starting to see from them.
Yeah, we saw on Inferno where they really didn't want to rotate at all sometimes, and now they're being really fast and rotating early, making sure they have players on the site, and they're reading the map really well. They don't have excuse me, they don't have all that information on the side of Slamdunkers and what they're doing, as they're not playing too many aggressive peaks, but they do have the stacks on the side when it comes down to crunch time. Ruffleco will be able to get the first kill on the Spud. Matty S sitting in this corner does get cleaned up quite easily. He is flashed out though, so he saw nothing. Ruffleco getting another kill, does get taken down by Typer, and now it's down to a 2v2.
Very interesting trades there, and not what I expected from Elemental. It's going to be the boost call up here. Dissipate going to be up on the ledge there, spotting for anyone, but Slamdunkers playing back in this bathroom, playing very, very calm and safe, as the bomb plant does favor them, and they have to check all their corners here as the tap comes out.
There it is.
It's going to light up too, though, and the fake doesn't even need to come in. The first round to Elemental, and Dissipate also going to retrieve that orb.
The double AWP, that is the difference made right there. Getting those picks over towards the B site to start with, and then coming up onto the A site. Didn't really do too much on the A site, just those opening picks is really where the impact came in, and Slamdunkers, they might be actually going for a fast B here. Nades might be coming out. There it is. A lot of nades, and they're trying to change the pace. They're trying to go extremely aggressive and put Elemental on the back foot, throw them off point, but Dissipate and Type are ready for this.
Just raining flashes over the top there towards B, but it's not really netting any success there. Quick kill from Motion on the Dissipate. Ruffleco going to burn to the molly. A really well-timed molly there from Spud. And, well, now it's just left to Motion. The bomb dropped. If he decides to retrieve it, Farslash with the boost up is going to be spotted. And that nade also going to fly out. But Motion,
I like
plenty of time to work with.
I like this from the CT side. Elemental, they didn't give him the 1v1s. At every single one of those rotates where Spud and Farslap moved around together, they moved around together to make sure that whatever happened, there was that second player there for the easy trade. And now, Slamdunkers, they've been losing so many players that 2-round wins for Elemental brings them down to just pistols.
Of course, only down to these Tech 9s, but they have a bit of armor, a few flashes to work with. And if they can get these close range engagements, then it might spell disaster for Elemental. Of course, we've got Typer ever aggressive towards that monster tunnel with the orb. He spots the swing. Matty S is there to trade quickly.
And the rush is coming up from short. Typer unable to get a shot. Matty S going down. And this was just a bait and switch for the T side. Now, CT side has to try and come in. That nade going to do quite a bit of damage. Molotov doing a little bit more as well. There is Spud sitting up on top of the B side. Ruffleco will be able to spot him out and able to very sloppily clean up that kill though. And Foxy Dissipate running around the side, does get one kill. Now it's just down to him in a 1v2. Both of the players are tagged. He could do this with the USP. Doesn't have any more bullets left in his Femis. And 2 bullets, 1 bullet. He has to hit this shot. Ruffleco down to 15 HP. He's trying to change the angle, trying to get this to happen. It's going to be very, very close. And there it is, Dissipate able to take off Ruffleco's head. Down to 9 HP and Elemental winning their 3rd round. After the first 5 rounds, I didn't see too much coming out from Elemental, and the double AWP seems to have changed absolutely everything, though unfortunately for them, they don't have it this round. And maybe Slamdunkers could take this back in the victory, but Elemental, they've got the confidence now. They've got a little bit of momentum. Can they keep this happening?
Definitely feeling good about themselves, especially Typer. He's been taking a few fights to Slamdunker and really winning them outright. But a very odd round victory there for Elemental. It was down to the wire, down to the 1v1, which means, of course, a lot of util not quite there for both teams. And, of course, Matty S has found an aggressive pick towards B to start it off.
Found that aggressive pick and recovered that AK with help of his teammates flashing him in. But look at Elemental, they have no utility left. Just 2 flashes, a nade, and a smoke. So they're going to be under a lot of pressure when this final hit does come in with the 3 smokes from the side of Landslide. And all of that utility is actually up on the A site in the hands of Spud and Farslap. So it could be very hard for Elemental here. PZ getting that first kill. And now Elemental, they need to hold strong. The rotate is already coming out, but that's the 2nd kill.
Indeed, another kill going the way of Slamdunkers. They still have Dissipate and company left on the side. Team kill out from Brace, but Ruffleco's there to trade as well. It doesn't really matter at the end of things, but fortunately that's a gun dropped.
Is Farslap going for this? He moved over in towards Heaven. He's actually just going for the exit picks, looking down the lower tunnel towards Graffiti, and isn't actually going to push up any further than that. So, smart idea. Ruffleco looking at the kit, thinking he can pick it up. And, well, Elemental, that they don't have the double up. They lose the round immediately, but they did get the opening pick. I sort of expected something else to happen after they getting that opening pick, and nothing really came of it. They sort of sat out in 1v1s and let Slamdunkers walk back into that site without giving too much of a fight. You know, that first aggressive pick from Typer, where he peeked down Monster and got absolutely demolished by Ruffleco. You know, that is the opening into the B site, and then I believe it was Maddie S up on short, who was the next player to fall, and that's the B site open.
And it appears Typer and Maddie S getting put in their place, and the Slamdunkers a much needed round to keep themselves in the lead here. Farslash going to take one out of Typer's books and looking for a bit of a B stack here from Elemental. Slamdunkers have successfully gained con control though, so they can wrap themselves up to A, do they choose so. And the rotate already coming out from Elemental. They feel maybe we shouldn't put too many on B.
Well, you look at Maddie S, and Maddie S is actually pushed all the way through Monster. So the rotate is going to head up towards the A side. They have one player pushed up short, which is Typer. He's going to sit here with the CZ right behind the door. If anybody opens this, they're going to lose their heads. 4 players stacked here, though. So it is going to be a bad run for Typer. He's going to get one. Not able to get anything else. He does have support from Maddie S in the background. He does get a kill. Maddie S with a weapon now, and the rotate is going to collapse back down onto the B site. Slamdunkers to have the advantage. They have a small opening, but now the CTs have here closed off the site, and it's going to be difficult for Slamdunkers to break back in, though the CTs do only have pistols. Unfortunately, the bomb is dropped in CT control.
Few chaotic gunfights, but in the end, Elemental come out on top with that one, but they haven't retrieved any of those rifles, and they have got Farslash on this AWP and well aware of where the players are coming from. That bomb has been retrieved, but they need to be careful. That AWP is still in play.
Look at Dissipate. He's gone to heaven. He isn't spotted out yet. He does do a little bit more damage on PZ. PZ does get taken down by Farslap, and now it's just up to Brace. He does have that AK, does a little bit of damage over the Farslap. He's lost out of bullets. Ran out of ammo. And Timer ran out as well, and I don't think they got him after the time, so he will still get his money.
Well, it's unfortunate there from the side of Slamdunkers. Their economy now looking a little rough. It's going to be the tech armor buy, and of course a few P250s, CZ as well for Falcon, and well, smoke earlier, Molly towards short tunnel, a lot of aggression and a boost even being shown by Elemental.
They've done this a couple of times, but nobody's actually spotted it yet, and I'm not sure why Typer was holding a smoke to throw down there instead of a nade or something that was somewhat useful in that position. If he had an M4 out, he would have got 2 or 3 players there. Matty S able to get one through the smoke while blinded. PZ will trade him back, and PZ with another kill on that Tech 9. So Slamdunks, they just roll into the B site like nobody's home.
That's a very, very interesting way to walk up to B there. And now it's, of course, left to Farsh and Spud, AWP and AK, respectively. And, well, we still see Motion rocking the Money P250. We'll hopefully retrieve a gun soon here. And bomb has not been planted. They're taking it slow here for Slamdunkers.
Ooh, that AWP shot so close to hitting Brace through the box. If it collected, he may have actually been taken down. And Farslap throwing out his utility, trying to get a push into this B site. PZ sitting down here in the bit of water. We'll be able to get one, and Brace cleaning up the other. So Slamdunkers keeping their lead, and Elemental, their economy is in a really, really weird position. 2 players over 4,000 and the rest under 2.
Too many AWPs, it appears, that they have purchased, and, well, of course, only 3 Deagles coming out. Head armor only for 2, and Slamdunkers now putting their foot down, it appears, in this side of the half. A lot of B stack presence being shown here by Elemental, and hasn't net them any success.
No, it hasn't really. I mean, Slamdunkers at the start of the game was purely going towards the A site, not really putting any presence towards B. And as soon as the gun rounds came, they changed it up, went towards that B site, originally starting it with that aggressive 5-man rush into B, which they almost lost all the boost. And Elemental, since then, it has just been the B site. They've been trying to hold it, but they haven't really had much success other than when they had those double ops and went for the aggressive peaks down monster, getting the opening kills.
And, well, it's been a slower paced round here, as Slamdunkers very, very well aware of the different off angles here on Overpass that Elemental could be playing from. As now they start to group themselves up for this A hit, lining up a few nades and such. And, well, they have to be careful. Spud playing a very, very nice off angle here in the corner.
Yeah, Spud hasn't actually played here yet. He has been playing on the other side or in the middle bit there. And Spud, he actually is found out Falcon getting 2 kills of his own, and Slap and Dissipate, last 2 players left alive. They do have an M4 and Deagle respectively. That M4 goes down. Dissipate last alive with that Deagle, and he might just try and recover a weapon. There's not really too much else he can do here. He does get a kill, will be traded straight back out by Falcon. Falcon with a little bit of BM shooting the body there, and Slam Dunk definitely have won this half with the 8 rounds max that Elemental can get now is 7, and the money is completely broken. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a 10-5, if not 11-4.
Elemental looking very, very on the back foot in this one. And, well, Slamdunkers starting to feel themselves into this one. Of course, you saw the BM spray come out. There was a bit of team damage traded at the end of one of those rounds. And, well, it's going to be a lot of aggressive long play coming out. And it's just going to be the eco farm potentially here for Ruffleco. He's going to get 3. Fortunately, can't get 4 or 5. And, well, that's an AK retrieved by Spud. And Elemental, they could put that to work.
They could put it to work, but I would much rather see them just save these. They don't really have the economy or money to be pushing and going for this round. They don't have a kit. So coming all the way from Playground down towards the B side, that's going to eat up so much time as the bomb. And they have to clear pretty much every single angle. They don't know where Slamdunkers could have been sitting. Motion's going to clear out the bathrooms. Elemental haven't moved from where they picked up the AKs, so we'll see what happens there. And, well, Slamdunkers with round number 9. I don't actually remember what the round half time was last map. I think it was like 10-5 or 11-4, and it was brought back. So Elemental can bring it back in the second half. We will have to see, but it is looking very, very similar to the first half of the last map.
It's definitely looking that way, and of course, it's Slamdunkers starting their T side off strongly this time around, and definitely feeling very, very at home here on Overpasses. Elemental, of course, very far on the back foot. Well, a lot of early B presence again being shown, a lot of nades tossed over the top. Flash, very, very aggressive through Fountain this time around.
He is pushing up. They haven't actually really done too much aggression other than the early rounds of this match where they did actually get immediately shut down. Dissipate shooting his teammate in the back a little bit. They do get only 1 kill, 2 players traded back. Matty S does get a second kill, and it's actually 2 kills there. A molly and a headshot. And Flashslap, I think he actually did capitalize on his push-up. So they did recover the bomb. Actually, it wasn't Flashslap. Who was it pushing up mid? Dissipate, I think you said.
I wouldn't quite... Must have missed it. I believe it was Dissipate walking his way through. But Spud to quickly clean it up. Elemental to get themselves around back in a much needed one going into this next half. Of course, this is the final round of this half. And Slamdunkers still looking very, very confident.
They are looking confident, and they have been extremely aggressive and coordinated on their T side, so I'm hoping that that will carry over to their CT side. If that does happen, it could be an easy run through for Slamdunkers on their CT side, but Elemental, they might have some T side strats that could throw Slamdunkers off, so we will see how that plays out. But right now, it looks like Slamdunkers is just going for another standard B push, walking through, flashes out, straight through the smokes. We'll be able to find 2 kills, and that's the site open.
Typer's still in the site, wrapping around, trying to hold on. Spud actually delivering from ABC onto Brace. And, Now, Slamdunkers, pace has slowed down a bit. That's a good HE as well. Spud and Fireflash looking to make it
bomb.
unlikely here. The bomb has rotated back here on Falcon. They're quite aware of potentially Spud going for a peek towards ABC there.
That's the bomb down. Fastlap has full control over it. If he peeks this properly, if he gets these ones, he does get the first kill. He's supposed to 5-7 and gets it! Fastlap with an insane clutch. And we will go to a very quick ad break. We'll be back very soon. See you then.
I believe there's a child inside all of us.
Darn it. Come on.
A child with boundless curiosity and imagination. One that fears no consequence.
Boys, dinner's ready.
Matt, honey, how's your dinner?
The more I reflected on my past, both the lessons and the mistakes,
Why did you destroy my game?
the more I understood myself and my
You
purpose.
destroyed my game.
Moments like these define my path. With enough time and perseverance, your imagination can become a reality. Strive to upgrade your life.
And we're back into it, of course. We just missed Pistol, unfortunately had some technical difficulties, but we're back into it. A Pistol round going to Elemental. And for Slamdunkers, unfortunately, it's going to be the force out with the Pistols. CZ on to Falcon, and force for the side of Elemental, a few Mac 10s looking to farm up some cash. There's a few gunfights starting to happen here. It's trades comes out. Motion lands a nice shot, of course, on to Dissipate. But a lot of A presence being shown by Elemental. Nade comes out into Bathroom, lands on Matty S. Also going to get one onto Ruffleco, and it's a lot of early presence being shown towards Short here.
A lot of early presence, and Elemental, after picking up the pistol round, are doing a very good fashion of shutting Slam Dunk down here. And Falcon could actually pick Matty S up if Matty S peeks at the wrong time. He is the only player on the B side. He doesn't actually tag Matty at all. Just drops the smoke. That nade only going to do like 1 or 2 points of damage. And here it comes, the push from Elemental. It's going to get stuck in the smoke on Matty's face.
Oh.
Matty realizes they cross side and walks through his own Molotov, almost taking himself out. Spud will go for the plant now and brace motion. The last two players left alive for the side of Slamdunkers, trying to clutch this round out.
Motion tries he might, shooting through a smoke. Definitely probably not the most reliable in terms of the lineup there from the bomb plant, but it's going to be a clean cut round here for Elemental, not losing anyone. The Slamdunkers are going to run for the hills, and Motion tried to get himself up the ladder. Brace, I believe, was blocking him there, stopping him from going up. They're just playing around right now, and for the side of Elemental, feeling themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you saw Slamdunkers, they were knifing and shooting each other a little bit first half after one of those B round wins. So I feel like they're laughing and having a good time, and they might be just a little bit relaxing themselves, which is letting Elemental, who is still focused and trying to win this match as hard as they can, get a little bit of ground back. And it is a hard mindset to come back from when you're laughing and joking and playing around to actually being completely serious and winning the match.
Feels like maybe Slamdunkers a little too relaxed here. And
look at this boost.
see,
Matty has some motion. They haven't spotted each other out yet. Fast Slap, he doesn't see motion. I can see him sitting there, and they haven't noticed motion. He is maybe going to get one, hopefully 2 kills out of this.
no.
Oh, the trigger discipline from motion.
Does it
Does he
decide?
not see Matty? He didn't see Matty cross.
4x3, ladies and gentlemen. 4x3 motion. Up on
There
the
it
boost
is.
now, finally spotted there. The dink comes out, and now all hands on deck because
They look
we
like they
have
want to go
been
for it again.
for a full. The boost up again. The molly comes out and probably looking to deny it there, but they're still hiding in the corner of ABC. Matty S
Oh!
comes swinging out, gets a deagle kill as well, and shuts it down. 9-9 here. Slamdunkers boost has been thwarted.
I feel like he should have seen that head crossing down the bottom of the screen. Unfortunately, he didn't notice it. And, well, I don't feel like it was a 4x3-ish. I feel like he was potentially distracted by something. But Slamdunkers, now it is a tied game with Elementals. And, well, what do you feel like is going to happen here? Elementals have looked so strong so far on this T side, but it has only been against those pistols. Slamdunkers, now they have an AWP and rifles and full utility to play with. Do you think that's going to make a difference?
I definitely feel like it's the difference making here. PZ with the AWP starting it off strong. Motion as well. Quick the trade. He hasn't quite spotted Matty S's head there. Now the swing comes out. The tag is on. But that's the bomb picked up here by Slamdunkers, and a very tall task for Elemental to climb back into this one.
Yeah, it is very, very hard point for it to climb back in. Dissipate will get taken down by Brace, and, well, unfortunately for Elemental, Slamdunkers took them and cleaned them up that round. Just washed them straight out of the map. And Elemental, they have the money to buy back in. They're going to be a little bit hard out for cash next round if they don't take this win here. And Slamdunkers, they're not looking the best on money either, so both teams desperately need this victory.
For Slamdunkers, I definitely feel maybe the momentum is still a bit in their favor after winning that last one. Some beautiful picks, of course, from Motion and PZ, keeping their spirits high. For Elemental, now having to struggle back after bringing it so close. 9-10, of course, being the scoreline, and well, it's all Slamdunkers right now on these picks.
Yeah, Broffelco with another pick on the Matty S himself, and I feel like Elemental, they're not pushing together, they're not doing the teamwork, they're going for individual plays, individual picks. I mean, Matty S, my bad, pushed out onto the B site, crouch walking by himself. There's nobody else there. Typer, he's pushing up on A site, just then gets taken down. There's nobody else even remotely near him. So Elemental, they're working together, but they're not playing off of each other enough to make these surprise pushes and aggressive pushes work in their favor.
It's a lot of, I feel, individual superstar power coming out here from Slamdunkers as Falcon very, very quick there on the spray transfer. Embrace over the top. A good angle, a good spot. Slamdunkers are going to put us up 11-9. And now they're forcing out the eco here from Elemental.
I feel like that strat was a really, really good strat from Elemental, but unfortunately there was a huge gap in that smoke. There was absolutely no way they could cross over towards that B site and potentially get a plant. So Molotovs, they're actually going to run straight through that Molotov. Motion is going to get himself flashed down in a minute. He's going to spot 2 or 3 players. All 5 are actually pushing through. So Dissipate does get tagged down a lot by that Molotov. PZ still standing his ground with this AWP. He's going to have his hands full with Motion. He does get the clean up. Motion, 4-man spray down. PZ, 1 kill. And Slamdunkers taking the lead, taking one more round towards this victory. And Elemental, they need to stop this right here.
And who better to clean it up than Motion? Very, very sharp with that M4. And was having a relatively quiet game now, starting to show a bit of life as the rest of Slamdunkers now need to hold off this B hit coming out from Falcon, who's gonna get 2. The rest of Elemental now start to waltz their way up. Flash with a quick trade onto Roffelko. That's the B site potentially found, but Motion's come from short, shuts it down. Left to Spud, who gets sprayed through from Brace. A chaotic B hold, but a B hold that means the world to Slamdunkers.
And I saw in the chat just a moment ago, Typer mentioned that he has some choke and loss, so he's just pushing straight through that. Unfortunate for him, and well, Slamdunkers, we are looking at potentially a victory from here. They have looked so strong towards the end of this map, and Elementals hasn't really looked like it could stop them. As soon as Slamdunk got in the rolls, got in those weapons, they haven't really had much of a fight from Elemental. And that very clean, crisp headshot from Motion gets a second spray down, and Dissipate just hiding here. He is found out. PZ with the P250 does rip the head off Spud, and Dissipate, last player left alive. P250, bomb in hand, and he's going to go for something, but it most likely won't be too much. Sitting here with the M4 does take him down, and Slamdunkers 14-9.
And well, I'm potentially feeling like Slamdunkers now wanting it to shut the door on the potential run back here from Element, as that's 5 straight for them in their CT side. And well, this round, all the marbles it will be worth for Elemental. AKs, full util, everything. And Slamdunkers, a lot of aggression towards this party position.
Extremely aggressive, and look at Brace already through Playground. Does get the first kill. Spud and Fastlap actually able to take down PZ. Matty S goes down. I didn't see where that happened. Dissipate pushing up. There is players right behind him. Motion will get taken down, and the bomb's coming up towards the A site. 2 players rotating through CT, and you still have Brace down on long, and I don't know if Elemental know that he's there or is ready for him. Fastlap only able to get 1, not ready for the second player there. Plant will go down.
And they haven't checked Brace there. Spud does get the kill. They will fortunately turn their shoulder. It's up to Roffelko in a 1v2. I almost feel it is doable for him. Dissipate down to 32. And Spud playing very, very far back. The bomb is planted if Roffelko wants to stick the defuse, the tap, the smoke on. And, well, he's in the smoke, but Dissipate does read where he is defusing from. And Elemental will get that quick round in.
Yeah, the smoke wasn't quite on him properly, and I mean, you spray that smoke every day of the week. He doesn't really have too much of a chance in that round, and unfortunately for him, his leg was sticking out. Very easy to clean him up. So, Slamdunks, now, they do still have the money, they do still have the utility, and Elemental, they don't really have all of that much still on their side. They have no money left in the bank, enough utility to get them through this round, so they need to take this out here. Otherwise, Slamdunk's going to have, well, a slam dunk on them right here. So, Slamdunkers, they are getting a little bit aggressive, but they're staying much more passive than they have in the past few rounds. So Elemental, they're going to have to clear these corners, waste a little bit more time on the clock, and potentially run out of time. We have actually seen that happen once from Elemental so far. So,
and Slamdunkers still with plenty of util to work with, and really delay that timer here for Elemental just a little bit longer. The smoke towards the outside of Monster. Matty S, the only one over towards that spot. It's the rest of Elemental look to set up towards this A hit. Smokes are plenty. One towards Dumpster, one towards Bank. That's all they really need to get themselves in.
That's all they need, but you see this from Motion. He's already wrapping around behind them in the bathrooms. You look at him right now, he has trigger discipline. He sees 2 players, he's not shooting. Oh, he's spotted out by Fastlap. He's not able to get the kill. He can't capitalize on it, and Matty S is all the way back towards T-Spawn. Fastlap able to get the plant down, and look at, oh, Falcon. Oh, not Falcon. Ruffleco coming in from behind. They thought it was clear because Matty S was still down there. He does get taken down, and now Falcon lost by level 5. Gets 1 kill. Now it's down to the 1v1.
This just appears to be on a nice edge here. Falcon holding for the swing, the tap to fake, and a mastermind play there from the young man himself. Falcon to clean it up, and that's now match point here. Everyone calling GG's. There's still 1 more round to go, fellas. I wouldn't count your chickens yet. Elemental.
Just Matty S. He thought it was GG, but there's still 1 more round to go, and I feel like he's a little bit on edge here. It has been a hard slog for Elemental. They are in the semi-finals. It's nothing to go bad at, and I just lagged out. Am I back?
So it appears a bit of an issue with the server, but Motion going aggressive towards Fountain with the flash from PZ. Another to get him to safety. A molly to connector, and Slamdunker just playing this game like it's already under lockdown.
Yeah, Slamdunker have put up a very good showing here. Motion just sitting in a little bit of an angle, going to catch off Elemental if they do push this, and a little bit of some fights going down in the connector area. And Falcon takes down Matty S. It's going to be that much harder for Elemental to get in, but Slamdunkers, they all have extremely low HP.
Indeed, they do. 2 on Motion, 40 for Falcon. Brace, of course, with 24, but feels like a few of them already memeing in the chat. Falcon typing out his goodbyes. Elemental, of course, 3 left alive here, and it's up to the B hold here. Ruffleco now going to swing out, get the first on the Fire Slash, and now lines up a nice spray onto 2. Takes them quite low for Falcon, and Brace to clean it up. And that's going to be a clean cut 2-0 here for the likes of Slamdunkers.
Yeah, very clean 2-0. And Slamdunkers, they have a 6-0 record so far in this tournament. And that is a very good showing from them. I mean, every single match has been 16-10 or above, so they've never had an easy victory. They've always had to work for it, but as we saw just now, they make it look easy sometimes. They do run away with the game as soon as they get those weapons in hand.
When they feel the game is theirs to take, they decide to pounce on it, and well, that's, I feel, a testament to their veterancy as a team, as players themselves, because it's not easy to close out a game under these high pressure scenarios.
No, it is very difficult to close out matches, and it can get to some teams, to get to some players. I mean, you do see pro teams at the moment that have problems closing out. Once they hit that 15th round, they just can't get number 16, and it is a little bit of a mental game, and sometimes just it runs away from you. So good for Slamdunkers to be able to clean that up, getting the 2-0 victory, heading into the grand finals. They are, and well, that's that for that map, that matchup. We will be back shortly. We're going to head to an ad break and bring you. I'm not sure if we're bringing the semi-finals, or the grand finals. Grand finals. We're going straight for the grand finals. So we will see you very soon for that.
I believe there's a child inside all of us.
Darn it. Come on.
A child with boundless curiosity and imagination. One that fears no consequence.
Boys, dinner's ready.
Matt, honey, how's your dinner?
The more I reflected on my past, both the lessons and the mistakes,
Why did you destroy my game?
the more I understood myself and my
You
purpose.
destroyed my game.
Moments like these define my path. With enough time and perseverance, your imagination can become a reality. Strive to upgrade your life.
I want you to listen.